Welcome back, and welcome back. You are listening to your half hour of power with the Powerhouse Financial Show, and I am your host for today, Faith Washington. And here at the Powerhouse Financial Show, we talk about all things financial literacy, real estate, and life insurance with living benefits. Now, thank you so much for tuning in, all of those listening on the Rejoice 102 app, Chicago, Northwest Indiana, and all of those who are watching on Facebook Live. I am there as well. You can find me at Faith K. Washington. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Today is Independence Day. That's right, Independence Day. And you are here tuned in, taking the steps that you need to create the financial legacy that you deserve. You're building that block by block and piece by piece by tuning into this broadcast. And we got some really, really good things to share with you on Independence Day. That's right, the 4th of July. I hope you guys are out getting your barbecue. The good news is the cicadas are gone, and you can now enjoy your barbecue, your tall glass of lemonade, ice cold honey tea, whatever you want to drink, right? The cicadas are all gone, so I'm excited about that. That is great news, because me and those cicadas were not getting along. And if you're like me, I almost broke my leg trying to get away from one. So I'm so glad that they're gone and we can enjoy the holiday on today. But today we're going to be talking about some really interesting things. And when you think about this country and what this country was founded and built on, it kind of makes you wonder, like, wow, are we really in a good place? Because this country was built on war, slavery, fighting, blood. You know, people really sacrificed and people really built this country. Now, irregardless of how you feel about how this great country was built, my question to you is, because some people say, oh, this country, I don't like this country. But my question to those who say they don't like it, would you move away to a different country, right? Just think about that. If this country is so bad, would you move away and go somewhere else? And if you are, then when are you going to do it? Okay, so we don't know what's coming down the line, but what we do have control over today is what we can control today. So let's get into it. So my question to you is, do you understand how to build your own financial independence? Now, we know today is Independence Day, and how can we be responsible for ourselves and what we can contribute to this great country, right? So when you think about that, what do you have control over on today? What can you control on today? And since this is the Powerhouse Financial Show, we're going to be talking about our finances. We are in control of our finances, and we're going to talk about building an independent financial future that you deserve, your family deserve. Now, here's one thing that I do know, okay? Everybody cannot be rich, but nobody deserves to be poor and not have their needs met here in this great country. This country has an abundance of opportunities, and we can all participate in that abundance, okay? And nobody deserves to not have their needs met. So we're going to talk about what it means to be financially free, okay? So how many of you guys know that God is in control? Jesus paid it all, and God is in control, and he has given us the power to get wealth, okay? And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about, and we're going to be discussing. God gave you the activities of your limbs. You can move your hands, you can move your feet, and if you can't do that, you can look up and say, God, I thank you. Right? That's the only thing that matters. You can look up and say, God, I thank you. I thank you for another day, because everybody did not have this opportunity to wake up on the right side of the dirt, as my mother would say. You woke up and you're able to see. You got the activities of your limb, and you have your right mind. If you don't, then God bless you. You got other blessings that God also gave to you. So we want to focus on what can we do on today. Okay? When you're thinking about being free in America, how can you take that freedom that you have in this great country and use it financially so it can benefit you and your family? Okay, so we're going to talk about, so there's typically only 3 ways in this country that money grow, right? So the first way that money grow is in a fixed way. So when you get your paycheck every Friday or however often you get paid, your money is only going to grow in 3 ways. The first way is fixed. You get your paycheck, it goes where? Most likely it's going to go inside of a bank. You're going to have that money deposited into a bank account. With the bank account, you get little to no growth. Okay? It's not a lot of growth in that particular account, but guess what? Your money is safe. Okay? Little to no growth, but the money is safe. So in the fixed way, you can also have a CD. So as of right now, the CDs, the interest rates are up a little bit more than normal, but typically the CDs do not give you a higher growth interest rate. Those money market accounts, low yield savings, checking, savings account, those are all fixed account. Typically, you don't get a lot of interest. And then with the CD, they'll give you the interest, but for a short period of time, 8, 9 months, 10 months, a year, some even go up to 5 years. Okay, so those are all fixed accounts. And we're talking about the way that money grow in America. So you can take your paycheck, put your paycheck in the bank, and it'll be safe and secure. When you come back, it'll be there, right? So with that, you also have another rule inside of these fixed accounts, FDIC insured. So if your money is only FDIC insured up to $250,000, what if you have more in that particular account? What's going to happen if that bank fails? They have up to 99 years to pay you your money back. Yes, that's right. 99 years to pay you your money back. Who wants to wait 99 years if the bank fails and for you to get your money back? That means it's going to go to 2 generations away, right? And that's if they still have the paperwork. So we don't want to necessarily keep all our eggs in that particular basket. Yes, that account is great. I would say you move things in and out of that account, out of those fixed accounts, but you can't retire necessarily with those accounts because guess what? You don't have any interest. You don't have a lot of interest, little to no growth. So you transfer money in and out of a bank account. Bonds is also another one that goes under the fixed account. So I bought my son bonds when he was first born. I bought him bonds to help out with his college tuition. Now those bonds, he's currently 17, so it took about 17 years for those bonds to accumulate quite a bit of interest. And that falls under the fixed account. The second way that money grow in America is variable, okay? Those variable accounts, your 401k, your 557 plan, Bitcoin, real estate, your TSPs, 403bs, all of those accounts are variable, okay? So those are all IRS codes in the tax codes, IRS tax code. That's going to tell the government how to tax you. And the good thing about these accounts is there's potential for a lot of growth, right? Potential for a lot of growth. However, the downside is there's also potential for a lot of loss. Okay, so if you have a 401k, for example, the markets can be up as you're working. You can gain a lot of money, but over time, when you go to retire, what if the market is down? Okay, so for instance, what happened in 2008 when we had the mortgage crash, the market went down, all the way down, okay? And those people that were set to retire that year had to work more. They had to work way more time. And who wants to be toward retirement? Just imagine this. You're 65 years old. You got this large lump sum. The average American baby boomer typically has about $200,000 in their 401k. You are on track to retire. The market tanked, and now you have to work another 10 years. You're going to be 75 years old. That's a long time. I don't want to be in that position, and I don't want you to be in that position. So those accounts are great. However, you also have to be mindful of how often you're contributing to that, and also you have to be in a position to move some of those finances out, move some of the money out so you don't lose it. Okay, even with the real estate, I am a licensed real estate broker. Okay, and I know that when I was purchasing my home, so I purchased my home in 2006. I was the happiest person. I got the keys, and I thought I was really on to something. I was so excited. I was ecstatic about purchasing my first home. And then 2008 happened. So I bought a condo, and by the time 2008 rolled around, guess what? I lost all of my equity. I lost 80%. I'm going to say, not say all of it, I lost 80% of my equity. Yes, that's right, 80%. And I had no idea. I wasn't a licensed real estate broker at the time in 2006. And when I lost all of my equity, I had no idea what to do. And I thank God that I had people around that was kind of like, hey, Faith, maybe you should look into this, or maybe you should look into that. But just imagine if I would have been on track to retire that year, what would I have done? And I get a lot of calls in, where people are just not set up to create a financial legacy for themselves or for their family. And we're talking about financial independence because today is Independence Day. And if you want to be independent of the system, you got to be financially positioned correctly, right? So we're talking about the 3 ways money grow. And we're on the second one, which is variable. The markets go up and down. Up and down, and you don't want to be in a position the market goes down and you're ready to retire. But there is another way that money grows, and a lot of people don't necessarily talk about this way, and this is like the hidden secrets of the wealthy. Nobody is really talking about this, and this is the index strategy. Yes, that's right. There's another strategy that the wealthy people use, and it's through indexing. You can index through life insurance. That's right. You can index through life insurance and create generational wealth, bypass probate, which is typically unheard of if you don't have a will. And sometimes even if you do have a will, that's contestable. So if you don't have a trust in place, these LERP accounts can bypass probate. Yes, that's right. The index strategy. So if you put your money into like a IUL or universal life product or something of that nature, and we can go over that. If you're interested in anything that I'm saying, powerhousefinancial.us, fill out that contact form, and we can go over all of these strategies, organize your finances so you can be independent of a system and create generational wealth and build the legacy that you deserve. That's powerful right there. That is so powerful. And you can also, with this index strategy, you can also create a pension plan for yourself. That's right. That guaranteed income for life. How many people want guaranteed income for life? Okay, so we're going to go on to our next point, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we're going to be right back to share some more nuggets with you because you need to hear this. You need to hear this. And by the way, make sure you take a plate to the family barbecue. Don't just show up empty-handed. Take some lemonade or something. Don't just show up empty-handed. Okay, you want to be independent of a system, and it starts by giving to others. Okay, and that's what we're doing today. So we're going to take a quick break. Have you ever ever felt like Jesus washed you whiter than snow because you know you was a hot mess? Okay? Jesus will wash you whiter than snow, and he paid in advance for us. And that's what I'm so excited about, because God is so awesome. He is such an awesome God. He is so forgiving, and I'm excited about that. I am very, very excited about that, because I know he washed me whiter than snow. And I'm here to tell you the story on today. But first, we're going to start with them finances. Okay, we're talking about financial independence, because today is Independence Day. And what we're teaching here at the Powerhouse Financial Show is how to be independent of a system that does not want you to win. Okay, and you might be saying, Faith, well, I don't have any of this stuff that you're talking about. I don't have a CD that I can transfer into a guaranteed income stream for life. Where do I get started? And the good news is you can still get started. Okay? Everybody can't be rich, but nobody deserves to be poor. In poverty, okay? There's enough wealth to go around. Okay? If you get wealthy, it has nothing to do with the next person, because God made an abundance. If you go to the sea, you can just look at the sea. You can look at the trees. God is not short of his resources. We only think that in our minds. So he's not short. He's not short of resources. There's an abundance. Okay, so you might be saying, well, Faith, how do I get started? Great, I'm glad you asked. This sheet here is going to help you get started. And we're going to briefly talk about this sheet before we go off the air, because I don't have that much time. But if you do want to get these type of accounts, if you want to learn more about these strategies, you need to go to powerhousefinancial.us, fill out that contact form, get in touch with me, because there is a lot more for us to talk about. And each person, each individual is different. We set up strategies for the wealthy. We set up strategies for those who are just getting started. So let's talk about building a robust financial future. If you're just getting started, the foundation of building something that can actually stand, you first have to have income. Okay, so you need a job, you need a business, you need something, you need to produce some income. Okay, you got to start there. You have to bring money in, and then money goes out. But when the money goes out, you have to strategically place it in the right place, so you can make sure that you're building a robust financial future, one that can withstand the winds. Okay, because the winds of life is going to come. I can guarantee you, the winds of life is going to come. And you know what? Life be lifing. But your income got to be incoming, right? You need that income to come in. So once you get your income, the foundation, what you're going to start with, you're going to start with life insurance. So if you get sick, injured, chronic, critical, or terminal illness, you want to make sure that you don't lose everything that you built. So if you die too soon, you don't want to leave debt and diabetes. You don't want to leave those bad eating habits to your children. You don't want to leave all that debt to your children or your family or your loved ones, your husband, your wife, your spouse. You know, people are counting on you. They're counting on you to do the right thing. So the first thing you want to start with is life insurance. You can do cash value within that policy, living benefits, and cash value within that policy. Second thing you want to do is, once you have the income coming in, you set your base. You also want to set up a emergency fund. Typically, most people would say 12 months, but if you start with 3, that's good too. The whole point is getting started. Okay? Then you want to make sure you're paying down, excuse me, you want to make sure that you're paying down your debt. Pay down your debt. Don't live above your means. You don't want to do that. Don't live above your means. Okay? If you have to eat ramen noodles until you pay off that debt, that's what you got to do, okay? And actually, fruits and veggies are cheaper than ramen noodles, okay? So just so you know that. Then you want to work around to that credit score, making sure that debt is paid off and that credit is in place. And when you have a great credit score, that is going to help you build the next component of your financial future. You'll be able to start investing. Now, what is investing? Faith. What are you doing? Faith. What is investing? It's when your money make money for you. Okay? And everybody wants to get to that point in order to create a complete financial robust home. Okay? You want to get to that point where your money starts making money for you. All right, guys, if you want more strategies just like this, you want more strategies just like Faith, you're talking so fast. Yes, because I'm trying to fit everything into these little 30 minutes that I have, and I'm excited to teach this stuff. I am so excited. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can go look me up, Faith K. Washington, or Sell with Faith. I am there. Follow me for more tips and tricks, or you can go to powerhousefinancial.us, fill out that contact form, and we can get in touch with you to talk about how we can build you a robust financial future. You can take control of your future and build financial independence. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll be back on Sunday at 6:30. I can't wait to see you. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.